Shalom and welcome to PowerPoints. The prophet Jeremiah, it was so funny. I had to share personal. When I first got saved, I had an apostle over me. I'm not going to mention his name, but he was not a pastor. He was definitely an apostle. And you know what I mean by that? Just type A, do this, do that. Not real pastorally fuzzy. You know, just not a pastor. And that's who was over my life for about the first 4 years when I came to the Lord. And because of the nature of what I do with the Lord, I needed strong direction. But he said, I'm going to give you something to do. I want you to read the whole book of Jeremiah. He says, your life will be like Jeremiah's. And so I said, okay, fine. So I start to read the book, and I'm reading it, and I'm going, man, this guy is a whiner. You know, what a whiner, you know, I mean. And then I realized, man, I'm a whiner. And it's like, then I got offended. I said, no wonder this guy told me to read it. He thinks I'm a whiner. And it's like, so I asked him one day, I said, did you have me did the Lord tell you to have me read that book? And he says, yeah. And I said, well, I just thought you did it because you're a whiner. He said, no, the Lord told me to have you read Jeremiah, but the Lord also said you were a whiner. And I'm going, oh, great, you know. And so I realized there's something in my nature that likes to whine, and we say in Hebrew, in Yiddish, it's to kvetch. It's to, you know, it's like, let's complain about something. If we can't whine and complain, and it's really a part of the culture I was raised in. And I realized that some of my family are probably like high-level Olympic whiners. I mean, they're just great whiners. They've perfected it. And I realized that whining was not going to be very effective in my spiritual life. And so the prophet Jeremiah says here, it says, blessed is Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man. I just had my wife watches PowerPoints. So right now, I know you're watching this, and my wife right now is with her laptop laughing at her husband right now, going, yes. If she could come in right now, she would go, he's still a whiner. I'm not a whiner, so don't be arguing trying to cut in on my PowerPoint here. I've been delivered. I whine no more. So the word says, Jeremiah 17:7, blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose trust is in the Lord. So our trust needs to not just be saying we're trusting the Lord, but the trust is the Lord himself, his word. He is not a man that he should lie. He's sovereign. He is almighty. And so we need to be careful to not whine against one who can't be corrected. And I have to remind myself of that. And you probably have to remind yourself of that. But our hope is in this. He is the Lord. And praise God, if he's the Lord, he will not leave us nor forsake us. And we don't need to spend a lot of time explaining to him, think about it, what we're going through. As if, like he was busy in another part of the world not knowing what's going on, and we need to call for an appointment and stand out in the waiting room with the rest of the whiners saying, while you were busy solving the problems in Afghanistan, do you know what was happening here in Oklahoma? Let me tell you. You know, so we need to be careful just to pray the word and not complain. God bless. Our hope is in him. I'll see you tomorrow.